At least these guys are chumsly. Okay.
Oh, hey, there's another red thing on
Yep.
the ceiling.
Lots of these. Admittedly, I think it's just extra lurchers or healing shards, but I'll take them.
What's over here? Like that drop off.
Another hole?
You weren't gonna see if there was anything to jump to back there? Probably
Oh,
not.
probably not. We could.
Not that way.
Yeah, we're down below. We've been in the
Nah,
upper section of this
okay.
chamber before. Let's see. So what do we think of this game so far? I have my frustrations, and
There's a lot of frustration.
I will grump about them frequently. It's one of those where the difficulty curve is... It's much steeper than any of the other Darksiders games, from what I've experienced. Like, Darksiders 1 had some frustration points, and some, like, issues here and there.
But if you had to fight a boss battle, it was maybe only once or twice more.
Yeah, and I remember being mad that every time you died, you went back to half health, which was stupid. And, like, I think a couple of puzzles were really frustrating. And I think there were, like, 2 enemy types in Darksiders 1 that were, like, infuriating. But it handled well. This game runs the problem of... Small enemies are hard to fight because you can't lock onto them, but you kind of need to because they're fast. But if you do lock onto them, then you can't see what they're up to because... Oh, did I go the wrong way?
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, but I thought that maybe you had decided just to go back. And I was drinking water.
Get in here. Oh.
It's more if you get up there, yeah. Oop.
Yeah, this area...
Oh, there's 2 ways?
No.
Oh, no, that's
it
just
looks
a-
like there's a hole there.
It looks like there's a hole, but it's just a concave area.
And so, like, I'm not actually too busted up about, like, a lot of the difficulty curve. It just feels like these are things that probably should have been focus tested a little bit. With people to just be like, yeah, you can perfect dodge this, or Usil is a dick and isn't fun to fight.
It also makes you wonder, when they do play testing for balance, for the ease of a game, and create the difficulty levels, what people do they bring in?
I don't know. I believe all games should be playable by anyone.
But you were having
Sort of.
difficulties with story mode when you tried it for that little bit. There was
Well,
that.
I mean, ultimately the differences between any of the difficulty levels in this game are purely numbers. The enemies aren't more forgiving. They don't not stun lock you on lower difficulty levels.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much no matter what you...
You need to break those?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here until they...
There you go, you're out.
Yep.
You will fall.
And so, like, it's fun fighting, and once you've mastered the combat, the game is really satisfying. The problem is, there are a couple of exceptions every once in a while, and they become...
And an amount of it is dodging.
Yeah, well, almost all of my frustrations with this game are actually dodging related. They really just need to make the window for perfect dodges better, and
Any way to get up?
Yeah. They need to make it so that the window for perfect dodges needs to be a little bit more forgiving in certain fights, many fights, or it needs to not punish you for not perfect dodging. Like, this is the first game that has ever forced me to perfect dodge to succeed. Most games, it's like, okay, you didn't get the perfect dodge, well, that's fine. You know, just keep going. This game, it's like, oh, you didn't perfect dodge. You just got hit 3 times. Even though, like, I had very cleanly and evenly dodged, no problem.
Oh, we're in this chamber. Like the waterworks.
And the interesting thing is, there's a couple of enemy types that actually run counter to that. I'm gonna die here.
Oh.
Out of my way!
A bunch of little bugs, too.
What is this guy doing?
He's digging.
Not for long!
He's happily digging.
There's no happy with demon bugs. But, like, if they manage to fix the dodging issue for me...
Oh! Ah! Whoop!
That would be so
move.
satisfying. Until then, I'll have some grubs.
Anything up? Oh, wait, there's a wind area.
Oh. So there is.
And
Oh.
that makes you sink. Force.
Yeah, force makes you sink. That's awesome.
So they're running along the bottom like that? Okay.
Jumping doesn't seem like it's great.
Mm-mm.
That's actually
And we've been
kind
in
of
the
a neat-
red tube before. Oh, yeah, there is a light back there.
Bye. Oh yeah, there's something.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's use wind. Oh, you probably need to jump from the other side.
Yeah. It's okay. Oh.
Or was there something in or through the waterfall? Because it seemed like there was an under... There's a level midway up that had a light in it.
Yeah, because we've been here. I also do need to stop trying to counterattack everything. It's just so much more satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the force ball used for? I have no idea.
Well, there's those purple crystals. Ooh, yeah. But how do you get to that?
What the? Oh. That was weird.
Because it seems like it's behind a cage.
Yeah, I don't see it here.
It's behind a grating.
So it's got to be something up ahead-ish.
Something that descends into it. Oh,
Okay.
there's purple.
Yeah, maybe that's just it. I don't know. There's so
Well,
much.
there's
No,
that.
this ain't it. Demonic artifact, yeah, but no, it's not what we're looking for. Not here anyway.
Another digger.
Surrender, friendo! Thank you for the help. I do really like the way they set up Nephilim's Respite. Like, with a little bit of fine-tuning, this will probably be one of my favorite Souls-likes. Not that there are that many, but, you know, the healing system actually works really, really well. The fact that you get charges back not infrequently, like, that feels really good.
Ooh,
Oh,
there's a red thing.
probably gonna fight something in here.
Oh. There's a
Oh.
purple bug. Yeah, we must have just missed that then.
Well, I wasn't exactly the most aggressive at checking. There we go. Large lurcher clump. Oh. Really?
Sorry if I've been a little bit quiet at this point. It's just because,
It's just pure exploration. I get it.
yeah, you're
That's fine.
fighting endless monsters. You're slashing at every pupa along the path. Well, I know
Gotta
that's
get my
because
money.
they're souls.
I actually don't need to. I just you know, good EXP-ish. Let's see, what about the red wall back by the waterfall? Or did we already see it? You know, we can go back and check. Realistically, this doesn't seem to be...
Well, we've done the flames, I believe.
Yeah. But whatever's behind that waterfall in that room is not this direction. That is very much clear. I was hoping by going back a little bit we'd find like some kind of byway.
And it really wasn't through the red tube or anything else.
I had been through the red tube.
Where did it go?
It was integral to solving the room puzzle, but yeah, there might have been something in here. Ball. Okay, well, we can go through it.
Oh, you're probably gonna need something a little bit lighter than force.
But I like force. It's so walky.
Okay. And is there a jump? Yeah, there's...
This I probably just missed going through. Yeah, here we go.
That's it.
Nether angelic artifacts. Okay, there is a...
Right, there's a staircase.
Yeah. I think I had gotten everything in this area. Keep an eye out for...
Yeah, make sure that we look at the ceiling periodically so that we know if there's a dangly bit.
Because they like to hide dangly bits around here. I don't see any. I think we're done.
Okay.
And then this was a shortcut that I opened.
Oh. Have you... Wait, did you open that?
Yeah, I had opened that.
Okay.
Because that was to open more or less this. And get us in here. Let's keep going back. I mean, backtracking is revealing a bunch of new things that we've missed. And I'm not seeing anything else that, like, no ice path areas.
Ice paths only seem to help you get to places that you had already been to. They don't seem to unlock anything.
There's only one area that I can think of that's had an ice path that...
might lead to a new spot.
Yeah, and that was, like, way back at the very beginning of the game. So... we can pretty much write off the entire Nether at this point and say, yeah, I think we found everything. Or almost everything. It'd be nice if there was like a journal or something. A system that you could be like, yep, alright, I got all the stuff, or I didn't get all the stuff.
Hitting these guys with a hammer doesn't seem the
I was
most
hoping
efficient.
I could do like a
something
smash.
Quick.
The whippy, flippy, badababa. Okay, so we want to go through here.
I do like all of these glowing blossoms too.
Oh no, they really got the like interior cave feel of this to look like really nice. Without, like, imagine just how garbage this would have looked without all of the like little visual elements thrown in.
And we've been here before.
Yeah, we've been here before.
So do you want to go back to the swamp district and find all those?
Come through there. We could, or we could do that tomorrow, and we could do like a little bit of progress again, or try and find progress, because I don't even know where progress is.
Well, I was just suggesting the swamp level because we knew that there were a lot of purple things around there.
Ah, it's true. Okay, well, time to feed the Vulgrim.
As you wish.
I guess I'll just keep feeding him.
As you wish.
Serpent holes.
Take
Well,
your time.
I'm gonna go with an obvious one. Let's go to skyscraper. I know there's a purple bit right here.
Mm-hmm. What was the skyscraper again?
This is like the first Vulgrim location.
Mm-hmm.
There was a... It's like right up here on the wall.
Ooh, those are big mushrooms.
Isn't it?
Oh, watch out.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Watch out, you have critters around you.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yep, and there's the soul. Or, I call them souls, but they're really Crystallized ones, fragment. Oh no, adamantine this time.
Yep.
And what did it say? What's the...
Unyielding strength. Okay, so we got this one. I don't think there's anything else immediately here.
Watch all of them be in close proximity to a Volgrim spot.
Greetings.
Okay, serpent
Please
holes.
take
So,
your time.
yeah, everything in the nether is done. I think.
Pretty much.
And I'm going to leave the catacombs for later. We could...
Let's go around here. Look, there's even in the Drown District. Look,
Oh, right there. Right in the cargo hold.
a cargo hold. There's one right on the wall.
Yeah.
Kind of obvious.
Okay, so we'll do those. Yeah, apparently the force ball is magnetic. Yeah, we've seen the spots where you can use that. I just don't remember where they are that well.
Yep.
But this one, painfully obvious.
It was in the preview image.
I could get very used to this level of power.
Oh. Do you want to sit on the throne for a moment?
Sure.
Oh.
What is the point of this?
Oh, hey, look. There's that on the right. On the right. Yeah.
Oh.
Or does that just bring you back up?
No.
Your roll.
This is not
Atabari
exactly the power I
Fury.
had in mind.
Four Horsemen cannot be choosers. The Lord of Hollows will never be accused of subtlety.
Time to find the next sin.
Are you certain? I'm just asking. Seems to me you might be going a little soft. At least that's what the Lord of Hollows appeared to see in you.
If you truly want to see how I have softened, question my resolve again.
Ooh. You might want to jump across and then do the ball mode.
There we go. I'm really curious. Envy has been significantly, like, nastier as we've gone along.
You mean the Watcher?
Sorry.
Yeah, she has gotten nastier.
I
More like,
wonder...
oh, you're going soft. Or maybe it's just because she liked
All
Fury
I'm
because of
saying
ruthlessness.
is,
Ooh.
there's been a change. It's natural, I think, after all you've been exposed to here.
What do you mean?
Need I remind you, there is no absolute good, nor is there absolute evil in the universe. Those are human concepts. The Charred Council is aware of this. It's the very reason for their continued existence.
Ugh, the way you blather on. What are you trying to say?
Heaven and hell are not absolutes either. Seen with the proper perspective, they are simply two opposing forces scrambling to gain power over this sad ball of mud.
It is the way of all things.
Precisely. But why would they be so focused on this rock and its teeming bacteria when there is an entire cosmos to explore and to conquer?
I was wondering that too. Why Earth?
Yeah, I don't know.
But then again, it might go back to their whole creator business with maybe something is tied to it. Maybe they're tied to it somehow.
Maybe they're all just stupidly obsessed with it for no good reason. Like, you know, Earth...
Maybe Earthlings have to believe in them or else they cease to exist.
Or maybe Earth is like one of the last of the creator's creations. Oh. That makes this easier.
Balance.
remember-
Yes, by keeping them occupied with this miserable conflict, the greater universe has a chance to remain pure.
That is a curious method for seeking balance, especially for being so powerful.
Yes, very curious. So I'm just saying, if you were in doubt, I would understand.
Yeah, I was actually watching, I think it was a TED Talk on existence of aliens in the universe, and so just the opinion of, yeah, more likely than not, there are other forms of life out there. But the interesting thing about the talk that was a quick one about the talk that I was looking at was, what's the probability of life at the complexity of humanity, something capable of creating civilization and technology? And I think the guy was running through all of this math about, judging from what scientists have found thus far, if we were to find stars with the proper conditions, planets with the proper conditions, you know, where they sit in their solar systems, just how...
Yeah, the mathematical probability.
The mathematical probability went down so far, I was flabbergasted, because he was actually proposing that it's very likely that for conditions to be as specific as the ones here, that it sounded weird, but he was saying that we could be the only ones, or at least the only ones in our sector, our galaxy, and that's so sad. And I'm really hoping that there are more out there, but it's very improbable that we'll ever be able to communicate or meet with them. Because if dinosaurs had continued to exist, we would never have come to be.
True.
Also, the fact that our planet is at a particular axis for seasons, and it actually experiences day and night, unlike some worlds. You know, the ones that get toasty on one side and cold on the other, like Mercury?
I am not rocking this fight.
Oop.
There we go.
And then there's the whole fact that our moon is massive in proportion to our planet. Most other moons are minuscule compared to their worlds, but ours it's immense. And it's like, what's the probability of having one moon?
Our wide-eyed friend. Try not to scream like a child.
You try not to die.
Oh,
What's up?
the squid.
Oh, the squid's probably still around here.
Yeah. Area keeps going. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yep, there it is.
Wow, so we're not even... Oops.
Whoa!
We're not even done with this area. I thought we were just coming back for
To clean up,
extra bits, not...
not to kill the Kraken.
Yeah, and yet... Not a big deal, it's just...
But I think when it comes to...
Did I just kill him? No, I didn't.
Well, I think one of the greatest barriers for ever meeting extraterrestrial life is the ability to go at light speed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess I'm optimistic about technology. Obviously not within our lifetime.
I always was of the opinion that I never liked the idea of sleeper ships, though. Maybe it's...
I think sleeper ships would probably be, like, the initial way that humanity would manage that sort of thing. But I truly do get the feeling that, like, eventually we're going to have something, like, crazy, sophisticated, and almost, like, magical.
The only way I could ever... For some reason, I just keep going to the whole AI thing. Because it almost seems like the best way to explore another world would be if you were able to send AI in mechanical bodies further than any human could. We already do that with probes. But then there's the whole thing of
One of these guys.
how do you maintain communication with it? Now I'm reminded of Star Trek and that one movie with Beecher, who happened to be Voyager. It's like, you abandoned me. You were sent off into space with no intention of you ever returning.
Okay, there we go. I guess I just have to work on not perfect countering that guy. It kind of works. Hey, another undying shard. That's goodies. Oh, come on.
Another one. Wow.
You will fall.
Okay.
That's one way to rejuvenate.
He's blocking. I think. No, he is taking damage. Okay, that's good.
Yep,
I was
going
gonna
to
be real upset if he was like blocking all those. I might have just been hitting the tank on the other side.
Now, I think Altered Carbon was an interesting series because didn't they have it that you could download yourself into a body on another planet
Yes.
temporarily? So that would be one method of travel. That would be dependent on having another physical form elsewhere to inhabit, and then also having a speedy way to transmit your consciousness. The whole idea of encapsulating consciousness, though, is baffling. Because it's so heavily tied to, well, our brain. And
Ow.
unless they go at the positronic level, like what Isaac Asimov had concocted for his robotic series.
There's gonna probably be some serious questioning on like ethics and identity when we start doing stuff like that.
I mean, at the moment, people are balking at
Wait, no.
gene editing.
Yeah. Which, if I remember right, came out that China...
They were starting to do
Wait,
CRISPR
am I just stun-locking this
editing.
folk?
Yeah,
Oh,
looks like
sweet.
it.
And you can knock him into the acid and it wrecks him. Oh, I'm so glad I pulled the Griffin. Fighting him and the Griffin would
Ooh,
have been
that's
miserable.
different. Can you move that stone?
It's magnetic.
You just roll.
Probably?
Okay, that works.
Oh. Oh. Get out of here.
So there's probably going to be a groove in the ground that you're going to be sliding that around through.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I think we're going to be experiencing Gattaca first.
Yeah. I wonder how many like of those like cerebral sci-fi movies we're gonna go through as like actual historic events.
I mean, so much science fiction has been speculated about and actually comes to pass. Yeah. I mean,
we should do a video on that. And by we, I mean you should do the research and then we can talk about it. Because you're gonna watch all the things. Watch a bunch of sci-fi movies.
I have.
And effectively go
I
through
grew up
and
with
say,
that.
how many of these things actually predicted some amount of reality? For example, Star Trek and
Cell
telephones.
phones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and cell phones. 'Cause-
And Skype-ish. Well,
Ish.
video calls.
Yeah.
They had video calls from one end of the ship to the other.
Really, I don't think we can do anything with this right now.
Teleporters, though, I
We'll have
highly
to come
doubt
back.
will ever happen.
Teleporters would be rough. We'd really have to figure out how to even get that to work without, like, killing people, and boy, trying to do that sort of thing. Well, we figured out quantum teleportation already. Sort of.
But it's one of those things where
I mean, it's theoretical, but...
how can something survive being torn apart atomically and brought back together? Unless it's a weird thing where you're not being torn apart, but your cells are being... No, that's just not gonna work.
Oh, that was weird.
That would be... You know how there are those discussions about technically one object can phase through another if its atoms are...
Isn't this like one of the like bad end games for Stellaris?
Ooh, what is that?
Smashy, smashy!
Wait, did it have an anchor?
Good riddance, monster.
Mistress, the talisman.
It fled into that underwater cave. We must follow.
Must we?
Yes. Now.
I would trust teleportation to some degree if it was like Stargate. I wouldn't trust it as much if it was Star Trek.
Right, because teleportation with a Stargate is some... Oh.
It doesn't... I'm
That's-
loading between several areas that weren't interconnected
That's-
until now.
Tearing a hole in the fabric of reality
Some
and
program-
allowing you to step through it. That's more
Is
like
this
a
new?
door or
What
a
would you
portal.
ask of this?
Where are we?
Please take your time.
Cargo ship. Oh, we're here.
As you wish.
Oh, this is a shortcut I could have opened a while
Do
back.
Make sure they scream,
Okay.
horseman.